Hi, hello, and this is Julia, and today I'm going to talk about erotic gifts, erotic photo shoots, erotic video shoots, okay, erotic albums, and of course, I will discuss a Valentine idea and erotic fantasies, right? Erotic fantasies. And when I start with erotic fantasies, I can tell you that today I've got this message from one guy, okay, and the most popular erotic fantasy which I've discussed about. Okay, there are two fantasies basically most popular. One is a threesome, okay, when couples would like to hire a hot and sexy model, right? And the model performs with the couples. It's a very hot fantasy for couples, okay? And another is very popular fantasies for couples who would like to book a man model. Okay, so today on TikTok, and I'm translating on TikTok. Okay, one guy sent me a message and I said that I'm going to discuss this. Okay, and I'm going to discuss now his fantasy. And his fantasy is a cuckold fantasy. Okay, and what he's writing. Guy here looking for to advance my cock training. Would like to surprise my wife for Valentine. She's been locked up for years. And I want to treat her and submit and to be trained. This type of messages I receive in my inbox. Okay, people DM me, and because I do erotic photo shoot, erotic photography, adult stuff, right? Photos and videos, and like I say, erotic fantasies, they are sharing their fantasies with me. Okay, they are sharing. And this particular guy is interested about cuckold fantasy. Okay. And what he's saying, what I understand, that his wife was a housewoman, a housewife for really long time, because he says she's been locked up for years. So I don't think she's been in a prison. Okay, she's been in a family or love prison, right? Locked up for years, it means that she's been with another man and probably just looking after the household and after the children. Okay, that's what I read from this message, locked up for years. I had a photo shoot with guys, okay, who are in the relationship for a really long time. And when the woman will come to do an erotic photo shoot with hot and sexy male model, they would look at me all scared. And then they will say to me, I've never been with another man in my life, only with my husband. And she's saying to me, how old is this model? I'm saying 28. And she's saying, my son is the same age. And I'm saying, even better. Okay, so these situations are happening, okay, and couples are experimenting. Okay, experimenting. So when this guy is sending me a message and saying that she's been locked up for years, it means that she has not tried anything else. She have not been, with another man. She have not experienced anything for herself. And you see, there are couples and there are situations like the guy is living a normal life. Okay, he's looking at the other woman. Maybe he is, how to say, not loyal. Okay, maybe, he is practicing infidelity. Okay, and the wife is sitting at home. This is a very traditional model. Okay, traditional model. Somehow there are men who would think that the wife and the family and the home, it is a very safe space and a safe environment. And you see erotica, okay, and vibration for erotica, it's very risky and dangerous things. They don't want to experiment in the same environment. They don't want to do it at home. Okay, they don't see this doing it with their wife, to be fair. Okay, so that is why this infidelity is happening outside the home. Okay, so when guys would come and talk to me about that, they would like to surprise their wife, okay, and they would like to treat their wife, okay, and they would like to learn this. I believe that they've done everything, and now it is his wife's turn to evaluate that, level, to educate herself in sexuality. Okay, that's what I believe this is about. Okay, this guy is writing me that I want to treat her and submit and to be trained. Okay, so I want to treat her. It means that he will pay for a photo shoot, for an erotic fantasy, for an erotic event, okay, to happen. And for cuckold fantasy, the only way is to treat your wife is to hire a hot and sexy model, okay? And the models usually which I hire for this photo shoot, okay, they are muscular, hot, and sexy males, okay, like seriously macho men with a big or a huge size. Okay, there was no man, no woman who asked for a man with the small size. Okay, so there are two options. One option is when the guy is saying that his wife was locked up for years and he wants to treat her, and that is a cuckold fantasy photo shoot. Okay, or another option is when the couple is long time together and he has a small size and he wants to treat her. Okay, for the bigger. That kind of a situation happens here in the studio. And I'm here to discuss because this is a Valentine option. This is Valentine life, and I'm talking about gifts, adult gifts. Okay, and Valentine, it's all about love and intimacy. Okay, it's not about the chocolate candies. Okay, it's not about postcards in a heart format. Okay, it's for the babies, right? I am making videos for adults, and my watchers, the people who look at me, right, they're all adults. And today I'm talking about adult gifts, adult photo shoots, adult experiences. Okay, and one of the experience that you can gift, and it will be probably the best gift ever, it is of course an erotic fantasy. Okay, erotic fantasy for your wife, or erotic fantasy for your girlfriend, partner, or erotic fantasy for your husband. This particular message, like this guy is writing me, came from TikTok, and I am discussing cuckold fantasy. Okay, and when I'm discussing cuckold fantasy, you see they both getting a prize. Okay, he's getting stimulated and turned on, right, by this idea and by this concept. Okay, and of course he is getting a testosterone up because of the jealousy factor. You see, that's the direct hormone injection. Okay, if your body is in a stale position and you kind of asleep or not completely alive with your partner, watching her with another man, you get direct testosterone injection. It goes into your blood. Okay, because someone else is touching her bum, kissing her, and doing other stuff. Okay, that's how you how to say, explain infidelity. Okay, guys who want to go on the side, they are missing that testosterone feeling inside their body, so they go and change the partner, or they go and do something naughty on the side, and they feel better about themselves. Okay, that's how it is, right? You can check if I'm right. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, there are men, there are people who love their partners, their wives. Okay, but there is something missing inside them. Okay, and they want to reconnect with that missing part, and that missing part is that fire, that energy. The testosterone gives that thing. Okay, and when they go to psychologists, they will say that they are absolutely happy. They're happy with their family, they're happy with their wife, and everything is fine. They don't understand why they are cheating. You see? So they're cheating because of that need. We all want to feel alive, and the life is vibrating inside of you. It is just a totally different quality of your feeling when you're living your life. Okay, it's a fire, it's a richness, it's a depth. Okay, that's what it is. So when I said I'm going to talk about Cuckold fantasy and give him an information, I can tell you that jealousy is the main factor what's driving this fantasy forward. Okay, serious. Okay, there are two totally different mechanisms which developed, one in the way for men and another way for women. Normally, if you are not a broken couple, and if you just started your relationship, your hormonal level will be in under certain and a certain height. Okay, when that happens, okay, usually when opposite sex approaching you, and that means, for example, the guy approaching your wife, okay, you will get stimulated and you will get angry. You would want to protect your territory. Okay, that's one reaction. Okay, towards infidelity. Okay, when the woman get approached to the man, she don't get angry. She actually feel flattered. Okay, she seriously enjoy this. Okay, it's a totally different information going through, right? When the guy gets into the field and some other woman wants to take him or attack him, he even not aware about this. Okay, you see, if there is someone in the party who fancy your husband, he has no clue unless she will come and say that I want to sit on you. Okay, then the guy would be aware. But you see, when his wife is there, she will feel this genetically that there is a woman in there who causes danger, and she would even able to identify who is that woman. Okay, so in the development stage, we actually receive totally different stimulus and totally different information during that jealousy, infidelity, and cheating situations. Okay, so when it comes to cuckold fantasy, right, it comes with the mutual agreement. Okay, and in the reality, majority of couples who practice that and experiment with this fantasy, they are on how to say, on a verbal agreement. You see, they have a great communication and they understand why they're doing it. Okay, because they value their intimacy, right? So when I started practicing Kogel fantasies, I thought they will smash my studio. Okay, I thought that there will be a conflict that I cannot handle. Okay, because someone will get jealous and start beating each other, right? No, seriously, you understand, right? It's an instinct. It's an instinct to protect your wife. And I've seen how this instinct, okay, shows itself, right? There were times when I create a photo shoot and men, okay, when there is a model involved, men would stop the shoot earlier. Stop the shoot earlier. Yeah, they already done with sharing their wives, okay? They want their property back, okay? So, but it is a stimulus for them to get that testosterone in. There were times when the shoot progresses and finished, and we had great results and photo shoots. But after that, the guy would attack the woman. Okay, it happened to me. Okay, and I would be like automatically drawn into the row. Okay, and then what happened with these people? They have this fight, and then they make up. Of course, they make up with making love situations, right? And then I film them making love. Okay, happened to me, right? But most of the time, this is very civilized. Okay, when Coco Fantasy photo shoot happening in my studio, everyone understands and they are aware of what will happen. Okay, usually we have a full-on agreement. Okay, and in general, I start discussing this fantasy when a woman, the wife, the girlfriend is aware. You see, there are many times, too many, okay, that the fantasy, Kogel fantasy, started before even they informed their wives. They just have this vision in their head. They watched a lot of adult movies that they would like to share their wife or the girlfriend with someone else, but their wife does not agree in the reality. Okay. And so there were a lot of guys who would contact me, okay, about this fantasy to tell me and even talked about it, share with me, and try to plan this. So from now on, when anyone contacting me about Cuckold Fantasy, I ask them to send me ID, okay, to verify their presence. and then that the woman has to contact me first. You see, for me to just have this, verification that she is in, on it, that she's been informed, that she knows what's going on and it's not happening behind her back. Because you see, there are guys, okay, who think that they will create this surprise in my studio for that woman, and that we will arrange this, like a sneaky, cheeky situations. Like there will be some kind of a assistant here, male, and actually the model who will pretend that he is assistant and start hitting on his wife and so on. That kind of a cheating situations, infidelity factors, they would just, create right here, right now. I don't do this. You know, when I create Cuckold fantasy photo shoot, I want everyone to be aware. I don't do any kind of sneaky situations. I don't jump on anyone with the surprises. Seriously, okay? I don't do this. And usually these fantasies come from the very young men, okay? Very young men who wants that to happen, okay, as a gift, as a present. She doesn't know. I will book a photo shoot, we will invite the model, and then we will surprise her, you know. That kind of a situation, that kind of a fantasy is happening, not at my studio, okay, not on my watch, right? So usually when I create this type of fantasies, I create for the therapy, okay? Because people need therapy. If they are not good together, okay, anymore, and they clearly need a third person to stimulate them and bring them back on track, I'm absolutely up for it to help them, okay? That's what I do. But when it comes to surprising or doing this mysteriously, doing this confidential, and it means like hiding this information, then reveal it in a surprise. I don't do this because you see, psychology, it's that kind of a thing. It can create a trauma, and I'm very much responsible at what I do. I shock people in my studio by directing the shoot, by telling them what to do, okay, by I'm putting them in uncomfortable position, okay, but being dishonest, okay, it's not my thing, right? Lie and be dishonest is not my thing. So I would not surprise other woman and put her in this position in a million years. You understand why, right? But there are guys who are okay with this, okay, they're okay. So I don't work with these people. But Coco fantasy, it's a very popular topic. It's the most watched topic, and people today buying models, okay, for their wives. They stop buying shoes, they stop buying handbags, okay, they stop buying other stuff, right? They would like to buy an experience, okay, so their wife, their girlfriend, or their partner, okay, that they love, they seriously love, will get stimulated, educated, okay, get how to say, get a totally different approach, okay. Then you see, when you're shooting by yourself and doing boudoir shoot for her, it's one experience. But when you have a sexy model with you as a gift, it's a totally different experience, like totally, like day and night, okay. And I'm not saying that everyone goes all the way, okay, and do the shagging, okay. Not everyone, okay. They're just hiring a hot and sexy male and play, and play and tease, right? And that kind of a situation also happens. But there are women who are really turned on, okay, and really want to be on the ninth cloud, okay. They're really excited about the model and being in this type of photo shoot, okay, and good for them, right? Good for them. So, like I said, I've promised this one guy on TikTok that I will talk about Cuckold fantasy, and I'm explaining why this is happening. Okay, for woman, it's one feeling. Okay, she feels flattered. She is enjoying. She is liking that he is jealous. Okay, seriously. There is another part of the woman when she will think, oh, this might end really bad, and then later he will tell something or something. But that's not my problem, right? The couple is there making agreement, making their choices. Okay, I am here to create art. Okay, and make this event happen. Okay, hire a model and create erotic photo shoot, erotic memories for them so that they can stimulate and grow. Okay, she will grow like a feminine creature, right? To be more sexy, to be more wild, to just to have more experience. It's simple as that. Men, you see, when they keep woman, like he said, she was locked up for years, right? Locked up for years. They lack of that wildness, and they lack of that spirit. They need to go out and play as well, right? So that's why he's doing this gift, and that's why he says that I want to treat her. Clearly she's deserved, she's a loyal woman, right? So he wants to treat her. That's what I understand. And then he's saying, I want to submit and I want to be trained. Okay, and you see what it means to be trained. Okay, this is not like a training, it's more like an experience. Okay, when you literally sit and watch, okay, and control yourself, that's kind of a training. Okay, you just watch and see what's happening here. Okay, and you watch for a few hours. So believe me, in those 2 hours it's a very long experience. Okay, and that's why I am saying he's saying it's a training, and there is no special training for him because I'm busy with his wife and with the model, right? But for him, watching, it's like training, and it's a difficult time. Okay, difficult time. And submission is about letting go. Okay, letting go, and putting that guard down, about your territory, about the boundaries. Okay, just understanding that in sexual development, you see, in intimacy, trying new things, right, ignites that passion and desire, not only for men, as well for women, you know so that's what's happening during Cuckold photo shoot. Everyone getting stimulated, everyone's getting their needs met, and this is just a fantasy that people have. Okay, let me quickly see and say hello, and I will continue about the topic, which is a Valentine. Okay, Valentine gifts, Valentine Day, Valentine for her, Valentine for him, and Valentine for a couple. Okay, let me see what's happening on YouTube. The action is on TikTok. What can I say? Okay, so I'm saying quickly hi, and I'm reading out the questions. Okay, and hi, hello. As you may know, I'm translating from London, and we have a time difference if you are in the US. And also, I am not able to see all of the messages. Unfortunately, I can see that messages are coming in, but I will read out as much I can see on this thread. Okay, so hi, hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello. Hi, hello, hi, hello. And there is a lot of you. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, first message. I have not made love to a woman in 5 years. I believe you. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Okay. You know who don't want women? Okay. You know who don't want women? Children and women. Okay, so we are human, have a feminine and masculine energy inside of us. Okay, we also growing out of into the from the childhood into an adulthood, right? So we also growing off the childhood, but very often adults revert and come back to the childhood. Okay, because of the traumas. You see, and that you can recognize if you're in a childhood position, if you have no business, you have no money, and you don't have a relationship and intimacy, because children don't need all those things. So energetically, that's what happens. Okay. Or you are in a feminine vibration and you are not, don't feel attracted to woman. Okay, that could be as well an option, right? I can give you my options that are the most two to go to, but there is a third one, very, very strong one, is this. Okay, when your body and your mind thinks that there is something wrong with you, okay, reproduction mechanism of wanting to mate or wanting to have intimacy stops. Okay, so mentally you think, for example, that you have a belly, okay, or there is, doesn't matter what kind of imperfection you have, okay, but mentally you think that there is, there is something wrong and you do not accept yourself fully, right? In subconscious mind, it's treating your body in a different way. It shuts the shuts everything off, okay, that wanting desire, and then that this thing mechanism reproduction, it stops because they think that you are ill. Your body thinks that you are ill, okay, and that's what's happening. Okay, so that's the third very popular option. Okay, and human live through their life, and of course they're getting older and older. Okay, till they reach some age and go through this, through the lifetime, and the life goes by, and then they maybe, wake up and like, oh, where I've been for 15 years, and so on. Okay, but most likely you had a relationship. Okay, this relationship affected you. Most of the time, what happens to us if we have something unsuccessful or traumatic, okay, we would just not go out there. Okay, but that's again, this is a child's position. Okay, because children are scared and children get traumatized. Okay, so that's what I would say. Okay, I hope I answered your question, and I hope you have something to think about. Just think which one will match. Okay, the next question. I I enjoy mass debating, definitely, definitely. And you know what? There is a function there that I could just that I could just block these people who are coming in and coming in, but I don't do that. Okay, I enjoy. You see, I don't care. I don't care. It is a positive or is it a negative? Absolutely. The only thing what I can say is when people have no profile pictures, okay, they're on the development stage, okay, because they do not accept themselves. When people hiding, they absolutely think that there is something wrong with them and something wrong with the world, okay, because now at this time, 2025, there is no doubt that majority puts their profile picture without even second thought, okay. People who don't have profile pictures, so put some kind of a kittens, doggies, or other kind of puppies, creatures there, they have issues. They do not accept themselves, they cannot represent themselves, okay. So when I see people who are do not have any, like a profile picture avatar, okay, and trying to tell something, that's what I can talk about them, every time. I am cheating by watching this live. That's another great topic. You see, cheating is that kind of a thing. Where it starts? That's the question. Do you need to penetrate someone that it called cheating? Or you can just watch someone and fantasize, okay, and be on the another dimension in the other element and experience, totally different sensation energetically, okay. You're very right about this. Okay, cheating is it's a very tricky thing, but I can tell you something. It happens vice versa in life. Okay, cheating never happens one way, never, because there is a balance in life. So you must think where she is cheating on you when you're cheating, because that's the energy. Okay, and people talk about karmas. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. If you think that you are such a hero and you are cheating, believe me, on the other end, there is a payback there. I can tell you this. Next baby mama. That's about me, probably. There is another message. Okay, let me see. What's then? The cookie crumbles and everything goes to hell. Open up your marriage. You know, I can tell you, when you think that everything goes to hell, I can tell you that it's not. You know, energy in general goes in two ways. Okay, one is it goes in a spiral up, like your life goes in a spiral up. Okay, and there is another way when you can't reach the spiral, but just going in the circle. Okay, I don't talk about that way when you're going down, and I don't discuss this negative options. I'm not interested in that, but you know that there is that way as well. Okay, so you see, in life, this is going this way, right? And in the marriage, it has to go this way. Because if it's going around and around in circles, even if you jump out of the circle, you will find another one, okay? And you will get in love, and she will have different ears and different nose, but you will end up in this shitty situation in the same circle, no matter what you change. You can change your house, you can change the country, you can change the job, doesn't matter. That's how the life works, okay? So the spiral up, it's only by development. And sexuality and intimacy, right? I'm talking now about intellectual stuff because people think they don't need to educate on this. They just need to read car magazines or books about how to say cooking or books about sport or whatever this, and they think that sexuality and intimacy it's not a subject, right? It's not a subject, and people do not talk about it. Okay, have not enough information about it, and that's why we have these situations. Okay, that's why. So I'm creating these erotic photo shoots, and I see different kind of topics here, and I am coming here now on live to discuss this. Okay, so intimacy is this. It's your Xbox game. Okay, when you're playing with someone Xbox, that's the same like you're having a relationship. Okay, that person can come and play with you, right? But there are other levels up there, and you both need to be clever enough to understand this, because the higher you go in your energy and in your connection, the deeper you get, the more things you do together, try and how to say resonate, the better your relationship will be. Okay, and when you think that are in a crisis and that is the end of the story for you, the end of the story, it means a new beginning. You see how it is? That's how it is. But majority of people, they think that there is something wrong in their partner, okay, and they need fixing. You see, photography is, when I'm shooting people, I'm not shooting outside them, I'm shooting into them. Okay, when you're looking you're looking outside, unless you have a mirror, and then you can look at you, but this is a reflection of you, right? In the reality, when you stand and there is no mirrors around them, you cannot see yourself. You just can't. Your eyes are going everywhere, but not into yourself. Okay, so when I create photography, right, I create into you. When you have a partner, he's looking into you, okay, and he is a reflection of you and what you do. Okay, so that's how relationships happening, right? And unfortunately, me and I convinced you didn't get an education on the relationship, and most of the time we even do not have a great examples to follow. Okay, around me people were just splitting up. Okay, and I could count on my fingers how many couples, good ones, I could say that, oh, these people to look up to. Okay, that's an example. That's an example. So when you go into business, you have a fucking example, okay? Because the person, cracked the codes and opened a lot of businesses and made a career, right? When you go into, I don't know, any kind of directory, there is an examples in there, okay? Show me example of the good relationship. How many? No, tell me how many you have. Okay, you will be lucky if you say, okay, I have this and this. And that's it. That's kind of a situation, right? So that's why people need to educate themselves, okay? Because not many examples even out there for that specific directory, like relationship. And relationship are based on intimacy. Because otherwise people will be brothers and sisters, mothers and daughters, okay, and fathers and daughters or whatever, mothers and sons and fathers and daughters. That kind of a mixed situation happening in adulthood, okay. I enjoyed gig owners. No idea. Okay, thank you for kisses. Thank you for kisses. Are you Polish? No, I'm not. I am from Lithuania. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't pull out. Right. I enjoy mass debating. I enjoy mass debating. Hello, beautiful from Miami, Florida. Hi, hello. Bonita, you are so gorgeous. Thank you. I am in my element. That's why. What would your superpower be? What would your superpower be? You know what is my superpower? I know how to leave this planet. People think that they are trapped in here. Okay. And there is no way to go about it, just die. And my superpower is that I know the way. Okay. I know the way how to leave this planet. That's what is my superpower. And I will share it with you in time. Okay. Why are you so good looking? This is a caramel filter. Okay. Love that hair and that nose. No, that's what I born with. Thank you. Thank you. Ha ha ha. What country are you from? I'm Lithuania. Okay, again, you is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, do you believe that when I join your life, it's one of the best things to happen today? Yes, I do believe that. And you know what is the most important in life? You see, recognize good things. Recognize and praise good things, okay, that happen, even very small ones, okay. The things like my life is a very tiny thing, but if you believe that this is a positive, okay, and that it makes you feel good, okay, that is very good to recognize. For one single reason is, you know, our brain is designed to pain, is designed to pain. When we have a negative thought, a negative vibration, we stuck in it for 1.5 hours. Okay. And that's horrible. And if you prolong, it will prolong again and again and again. So it's a very long vibration in the negativity. Our positive reaction lasts 5 minutes. Okay. And so we as a human have to be trained to recognize it and stay longer in a positive vibration, because only in a positive vibration creation happens. Okay. When you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you are scared, okay, you know, that's not a positive vibration. Okay. That's not the way, right? So that's what is very good, okay, that you've noticed that this is positive thing for you, okay, and you've enjoyed and you're happy about this. When you notice this and when you recognize, and especially when you tell the world, okay, when you tell me, the world will give you more. Okay, that's how design the world. Okay, so it means that you enjoying from these positive things, it will happen even more in your life. Okay, so thank you for sharing. Can I kiss you, baby? Hello, you hot AF. I wish you would play with me. Is it wrong if I think you are pretty, but I have a girlfriend? Because it feels wrong. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Okay? If it feels not wrong, it's not wrong. Okay? For me, it is very hard to understand and feel what you feel. Okay? It's impossible, right? If you feel this way, then you feel this way. Okay? That's what I can say. You are beautiful. Thank you, Julia. You're welcome. You join in a photo session. That used to was the most popular question. The most popular question. And you see my reaction? I laughed. Okay? Because now it's funny. Now it's funny. But imagine after many years, I see this as a funny. And before, I was offended. And I was really upset. Okay? Because I thought that they do not count me as a professional. You see? Because people think, that you create art, you absolutely soak yourself into, into preparation, into posing, into composition, into lighting, into directing, into like shooting, and you're covering a very big topic, and there is no other time that you can repeat it. It's like a wedding. Erotic photo shoot is like a wedding. You can reshoot it, but it's not gonna be the same. You see, so it's a huge pressure because people are performing and this is their sexual energy, and it never happened to me that I had to reshoot. That's how focused I am. So it is not possible, like I say, it's not possible to sit with one ass on two chairs. Okay, it is not possible to be 100% somewhere when you're being, a model. It's just not possible. There is something what men do not understand, because only men asking me this question. The woman never asked, never asked in million years. Okay. So I don't join because I count myself as a professional. My erotic photo shoots are erotic. Okay. And I have this rule in life. Okay. And it says this way, don't fuck at work and don't work at home. That's kind of a rule. And I thought when you follow that rule, okay, you will never get in trouble. Okay, so that's something what I learned at a very young age, and I never mix those two things. Okay, never mix those two things. So I don't have, you see, when you are behind the camera, I don't have even the reason or agenda to go in front of it. Okay, and to join for what? For what? But I can tell you why you're asking me. Okay, because there are a lot of guys who would go into erotic photography just to sleep with the models. Okay, just to use this woman. Yes, that's not the news. There are a lot of model women who've been abused. And that's why they would come to me and say that I will choose the woman because the previous photographer was trying to get into their panties. And they run away from the photo shoot. Okay, so that's kind of a situations. Okay, when you do a photo shoot, that's awful. I believe. Imagine you go to see proctologist and they would put their finger to check you out, and then they will start doing something else. Okay, it's horrible. You know. So imagine that, right? But in adult business and in adult studios, of course, this is happening. This is, they are filming and they are doing the same thing. There are a lot of adult videos, self-esteem situations, okay? When it is a normal thing, they put the camera on the tripod or whatever on the head or whatever, and they doing what they doing, and they are making money, okay? I'm here like into art, right? It's totally different what I do, okay? Right, okay, thank you so much. Thank you, beautiful, gorgeous. These are a compliment now. Heaven on earth. Right. You are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me continue then with Valentine idea. Because I have 3 topics to cover, and that's gonna be to talk about Valentine. It's coming. Okay, Valentine. Valentine for the ladies. Okay, Valentine for the ladies. Ladies will create erotic photo shoot for her. Okay, in boudoir or a glamour style. And we will shoot her body and her face. Okay, if she will be making erotic photo shoot for him, okay, then we shoot explicit. situations, and maybe playing with the toys and playing with herself, because that's what the guys would like. Okay. Very often they would write me an email saying, can you train her? You know, I'd like an A level situation in my intimate life. Can you train her? Can you tell her? Can you teach her? You know, this kind of a situations. And I say, this is your job. It's not mine. I'm taking pictures there. You know, that's kind of a thing, right? But that there are a lot of guys who would contact me and think that there is something wrong with her. She's not sexy enough. She's not beautiful enough. She doesn't move. She's not feminine enough. And they sending her for a photo shoot. An erotic photo shoot is the confidence booster, is that thing, okay, which helps her to relax, which helps her to see herself in a different way, accept herself. It's about being self-aware, it's about being evaluated, it's about being sexy, it's about being comfortable in your body, right? It's about many things, right? But that's the most important for a woman. It's of course looks. Okay, if she looks sexy and if she feels sexy, that's it's a successful photo shoot. And that's what the focus for me goes on. Okay, seriously, I never focus what is wrong with her. Okay, I hear a lot of things. Okay, when women come to the photo shoot, they say in first 15 minutes what is wrong with them and how I should shoot her and what I should do and how I should hide, and I know. Okay, I know. It is very hard to find a woman who thinks that she is perfect. Okay, that's only if she's really confident. Okay, that's only if she's really confident. So most of the time, erotic photo shoot happening when you are lack of confidence and when you are working on yourself and when you need to see yourself, because what you see is everything what is around you. Okay, and even if your guy is telling you that you are perfect and you are beautiful, it's not enough in this machine. The archives, needs to be filled with the proof. Okay, and she needs to see this, that she is amazing, that she is hot, and that's where we're going. Okay, so confidence is the most important thing, and that's where they learning to say yes, okay, to many things during the photo shoot, and of course no. Okay, no, because there are many things they don't want in erotic photo shoot and they don't like. So that's what we do. But usually for women, about the beauty, okay, about the feminine style and about the outfits and hot, sexy, accessories and shoes and that kind of a thing. Okay, it's all about confidence. If she feels confidence, the photo shoot is very easy. The shoot is easy for me and easy for her. But what happens when she's nervous, when she's shy, when she is ashamed, when she's feel guilty? Okay, what happens? What happens when these negative energies are taking off her? Okay, when she's wearing that, does she look sexy? The answer is no. Okay, confidence is sexy. So we need to bring that woman from her traumatic, energy, from her low self-esteem, low value, okay, not being enough, into a confident level, because only confidence is sexy. Okay, that's what is important. So that is what we're working on when we're shooting ladies. Okay, and ladies, of course, it's a very important thing because guys don't need makeovers. Okay, and what that is a makeover, when lady do a makeup, okay, and when lady do the hair. Okay, and if she's obsessed about her look, she has to pay for makeover and have to done this professionally. Just that's a must. But there are ladies who are like, okay, I'm gonna do my makeup and hair, I'm totally fine. Okay, but then the editing and the post-production time is much shorter. Okay, much shorter when they do professional makeup, because that's a photography makeup. There are not many ladies who are trained, okay, to do a photo shoot makeup for themselves. Okay, these are professional people who arrive to the studio and perform that. There are many guys who don't know even what is this makeover. Okay, so makeover, when you create a certain makeup, you can make your woman look different with the makeup, much younger. There are many ways you can change her. That is the makeover. Okay, many ways you can change. You know what makeup does? Magic. Makeup does magic. Makeover can do a lot of things. So that is important. So guys booking erotic photo shoot and makeover, it's very important for her. That's the part of the confidence. You know, she looks better and she performs better. She feels better. I have less work, you know, bringing her to that other side when she's hot and sexy. Less work, and it means that I'm taking, you know, how to say, there is the longer session and there is a shorter session, right? So that's a short introduction about woman, and woman shooting for herself and woman shooting for her husband or a boyfriend, right? For the guys, erotic photo shoot for the men. It's, you know, you see, confidence is over the looks. Okay, if for a woman, when erotic photo shoot happens for a woman, the woman takes first place, you know, for the looks. The looks is more important. Okay, the confident could be, you know, how to say, somehow we will bring this in, you know, but the looks is just crucial for a woman, okay, on a photo shoot, right? Erotic photo shoot. And for guy, confidence is more important. Okay, confidence. The look is not that much important. We don't do very often makeups for guys. Okay, there are guys who would like to and they would ask. Okay, but most of the time they just come, you know, casual to you know, fancy dressed, and then they do their hair and they do their grooming, not in the studio. They come ready. Okay, so the looks, they have to be prepared, but we're working on the confidence and on the presence. Okay, on masculinity. You know, the men have to present their charisma. You see, they have to, you know, they have to show what is special about them to be sexy, and confidence is sexy. So being alive and being vibrant, you know, during the photo shoot. And when they create erotic photo shoot, I always make them, you see, it's like you shooting for her, okay, and you seducing her, okay, and you are playing out those things, you know, in front of the camera, like you are in contact with her, okay. So that's what, you know, that's what it's all about, okay, being playful, confident, and playful during erotic photo shoot. And that's what I would do if I shoot a Valentine shoot for men. Of course, there will be dress shots, portrait shots, semi-nude shots, nude shots, and explicit shots. Okay, and then depending on, you know, on the pricing, what they choose, explicit could be sexual and non-sexual. You see, there are two ways. You can shoot just the body and just the suit, okay, or you can seriously play with yourself and feel something and even do a cum shot. Okay, that kind of a situation in the studio, right? So, talking about Valentine, right? Talking about Valentine, and Valentine for couples is, it's a long situation because there are two people involved, right? So Valentine for couples is a Valentine for them, okay, and then couples very often one that is going to be for her as well, and then for him. So Valentine, or in general couple photo shoot, it's a long photo shoot, okay, because they want to shoot in solo, each of them. Then they want to shoot fantasies, then they want to have a lot of dressing up situations, okay, they bring a lot of outfits, okay, then they want to play with toys, maybe with props, maybe whatever. It's a long situation when there are a couple involved, because two people have something to do, they can play with each other, you know. So that's why it's more things involved. Role play scenarios, fetish BDSM scenes, okay, nude, explicit, make love, okay, many kind of situations we have here, and discuss, of course, prior the shoot, right? But when the couple is in the studio, they stay much longer, you know, because they have plenty of things to do. and plenty things to shoot and accomplish together, right? They have challenges and boundaries to cross. Okay, so that's what we do. We create an energy resource, we create a vibration, we create a desire, we create passion, right? We create these type of scenarios, right? And very often I am in charge and I'm a director of the shoot and telling everyone what they should do. And I don't like to shoot the same thing. But depending on the couple, sometimes I let them. Sometimes I'm let them. If they want a trick pony and that's what they want to be, okay, and they are not into experiments and trying new things, I let them. That's what they want. Okay. But if they open minded, then they will get a lot of things to try. It's up to them. So there are couples who would like to shoot non sexual stuff, just have a boudoir portraits, undress, semi nudes, be naked, but not sexually naked. Okay? Just be together, maybe kiss, maybe cuddle, just that kind of a situation. Okay? And these are one type of couples. I'm not saying they're not romantic, it's just their level. Okay, just their level, how far they want to go. Okay, where they see this erotica developing in their life. Okay. And there are couples who are there to shag in my studio. They are seriously want to have, intimate photo shoot. They don't care about the foreplay or even portraits or whatever. They just want to have intimate shots and they want to experience this intimate, be a porn stars or whatever in the studio. There are this type of couples who will come and straight away and dress. They don't want even consultation. Okay, but most of the time, okay, this is all very standard. Now, when most of the time, okay, people usually have a consultation before a photo shoot. We discuss, we introduce things to each other. We go around the studio, we prepare, we choose the outfits, we test. Okay, that's a standard situation. That is why I'm saying that when people are asking, especially couples, how much is the photo shoot? There are totally, different couples. And I even don't know what they're gonna shoot and how they're gonna shoot it and how long. Okay. And what will be the content they're gonna shoot and what kind of the fantasies they would like. Okay. And what they would like, photography or a video, or maybe they would like to try both. Okay. And so on and so on. There are many situations, right? There are many couples out there. Okay, but majority are the groups. Like I said, there is one group, big group is non-sexual, okay, and sexual. And then sexual goes into romantic vanilla, okay, then into action hardcore, okay, and then into fetish and BDSM, kinky situations, right? That's the main groups, okay. And when couple is getting in touch, I don't know which one and what is gonna be there. Okay, because different photo shoot last and take a different resources to make, right? And of course there is a different pricing for this, right? But the couples, of course, it's the most fun because they bring that magic and they bring that vibe and they bring this how to say creativity with them as well. Okay, because there is two of them, right? And lastly, I would talk about couples who are not so alive. Okay, couples who have struggles, who fight, who are in a crisis, and who want to fix something about them. Okay, or wanted to fix something about their partner. Okay, these type of couples. Okay, and I count them into a therapy session. Okay, so there is a group where is the therapy couples. Okay, and therapy couples can shoot by themselves. Okay, this is a photo shoot for them, and the therapy couples who will shoot with the models. Okay, because they are not interested to shoot anymore together. They wanted to have a threesome, or they wanted to have a foursome, or they wanted to have a cuckold fantasy, okay? Any kind of fantasy to stimulate their drive, okay? And get that love and passion flowing and going, okay? So these are the photo shoot and these are the events and adventures that happen in my studio. And I'm going quickly to check What is going on is on that thread. When I'm discussing a topic, I am not looking at the messages, okay, and that is why I'm losing them, okay, but I am just focusing on my thing. Okay, let me go back today. Okay. Okay, hi, hello. Okay, let me just check what we have. You're welcome. Okay. Heaven on earth. Someone is saying, okay, all the compliments. Thank you so much. Yes, men are visual thinkers and women are emotional thinkers. Thinkers. I like when you say thinkers. Okay. I like when you say thinkers. You see, thinkers or keeping your mind occupied, right? The mind is the enemy. When we're creating erotic photo shoot or intimate photo shoot or in general intimacy and passion and desire, the mind is the enemy because it's holding back. It's protecting you from new things, risky things, right? And if you want to go and level up your relationship, you need to do those risky things. Because if you stay where it's cozy and where it's familiar and where it's the same, it's going to get boring with your partner. You see? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so your mind is a thinker. Okay, it's overthinks. It controls you. It holds you back. It scares you most of the time. Okay, and it drives you to a different direction. Okay, beautiful and exotic. Thank you. Thank you. With those lips, I bet you a great kisser. Maybe. Thank you for sharing your beauty and insight. You are welcome. Okay. Thank you for watching and thank you for being today. And I just had a lovely time discussing the first of all Cuckold fantasy shoot. Okay, if you want to have any kind of information or you have such an insight and you want to, for example, get some ideas about erotic photo shoot or something cleared out of your mind, you can send me a message with a question, right? If I found this question interesting, I will discuss this on live and you could see this, right? And later on, I will post this. Okay, so if I found interesting questions, I always reply. Okay, so that's how you can contact me. Okay, with the questions and with the, you know, with the things what you want. With all the respect, you are every man's dream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Today it's less haters and more complimenters. This is very nice. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And maybe the lastly, I will tell you something because I've remembered about one question. Okay, from one guy, and he asked me this question about the energy. He asked me a specific question about how to level up the energy, how to raise the energy inside your body. Okay, and sexuality, it is an energy, right? If we speak about the energy, scientifically, we are eating the food, consuming the fuel, and it charges up 30%. Okay, we receive 30% of the energy. And that is exactly enough to supply, to have your covered, brain supply covers. So it's a question, where is the other energy comes from and how it's get generated. Okay, it's the question, right? Energy comes from our heart, energy comes from our brain, energy comes from our thoughts and feelings, okay, and our emotions. Okay, we generate the energy, we are the walking battery. Okay, that's very interesting, right, to understand. So our heart is generating magnetic field and our brain is generating electric field. Okay, and those both two combined working on our behalf, helping us. Okay, if we think about the energy, I would probably go back to the source, and I will tell you that we are consist of the water. Okay, like a cucumber. Okay, we are filled in with water, right? And when the water has an energy, we can look at the river, we can look at the lake, we can look at the swamp, or we can look at the waterfall. Which one has the more energy? So that's my example. I don't think that I need to explain this little bit more. But most of the times when there is no energy and people feel it like in the swamp, because the energy being suppressed, the energy stayed, the energy is trapped, okay? The energy is stale, right? Making these videos for me it means exactly waterfall. It means to releasing the energy so that I would stop rotten and getting old, okay? Erotic energy is one of the energies which fills our resource. And I can tell you why, because that's how we started. Okay. Every person on this earth was born through that power source, erotic energy. That's how we came into world. We didn't came from the chicken, right? There was sexual act involved. The energy was released and we were produced. Okay, and that's a very big energy resource that people are not using in their lives. Okay, they're using to for reproduction, and olden days they were doing a reproduction and not feeling anything. Okay, they just were making babies because they have to have many babies because they have to big fields to work on, or whatever jobs they have to do, right? These days we are doing our reproduction, we have two children, and then what you will do the rest of your 40 or 50 years when you had those children, right? What you will do with your body, what you will do with your energy. That's how it gets stale, and that's why we're getting old. Okay, that's how we get into that swamp, okay, situation, not into the waterfall, right? If we speak about the stone, stone is also has a power, it has a weight, and when the stone gets the energy, stone gets the energy when it gets thrown, when the movement starts, right? It's a physics. Okay, so you understand that the waterfall that I'm talking about, the water, right? It's the energy and it's the movement. Okay, so energy is something what we create in our body, and I believe that our energy is related to positive and negative reactions. Okay, and our positive and negative reactions are being affected by our ego and alter ego. Now I'm going into psychology. Okay, alter egos are developing when we are adults, and ego is with us when we are children. Okay, and ego is there to protect you. Okay, an alter ego is something what is related to sexual energies, sexual fantasies, sexual desires. Alter ego is also related to your dependency, you know, to negative emotions. I call them demons. Alter egos, I call them demons. Psychologists will say this is an alter ego, right? Our addictions is alter egos. And unfortunately, the alter egos are eating our energy, you know? That's where that's where it disappears. That's where the time goes, okay, in our life. Because you would think, oh my gosh, the day has passed. Where is my energy gone? You know, what I have done and so on, right? This is something what I suffer as well, okay? That is why I'm sharing this with you. And I will discuss this more about the energy. But energy is something what we produce every day, a certain amount. And in the reality, to feel young, we would need to process that energy towards something what we are devoted and designed to do, right? But when we are stuck in a certain processes and playing this alter ego go, our energy disappears, okay, from our life. So how to improve that energy or how to release that energy? You need to start doing your fantasies and living the life into satisfaction, you see, and doing things what are probably not so comfortable, you know, not routine actions, okay, just leveling your up energy. It's the same like in intimacy, you know, when you do the same thing it's getting boring with the partner. You need to switch the positions, okay, yeah, and you need to try new things to release a new energy and get into a new level. That's how it is, okay. So desires are wonderful thing to have. Yes, absolutely, I agree. You see, but desires are this type of things. Okay, there is a conflict in there. Okay, relationship in general is a conflict. Okay, and desires are, you see, they are fantasies in your head. When they stay only as a fantasy, you become that swamp, okay, and start rotting on energy level, of course, okay. But when you're rotting in energy level, right, there will be immune system errors, okay, and energy system errors, okay. When people start rotting in their energy, they develop unknown illnesses. What I mean unknown how to cure is the cancers and tumors. That comes from the energy. Right? Chastity gauge knowledge. I had photo shoots. There are guys who would like to do this type of photo shoot. Most of all, they are sub and dom games related. Okay. And yeah, couples do that. Okay, very often. Okay, the next. My excitement is when a woman is shaking and trembling in activities. That's mean that she's getting the right energy stimulus. Okay, when she's not shaking, it's not a good sign. You know, it's not a good sign. So that's everything is fine there. Okay, thank you so much for now. The chat is over for today, and I see you tomorrow. Thank you and have a great evening, everyone. Bye. Okay, and bye in here. Bye.